Arizona, it rocks.
Hello everybody, my name is Joe. We are going to talk about making an edit to a GPS route once you've posted it. If you've posted a GPS route, you know that it shows up here on the home page. It's also under routes, and you could click on mine to get a listing of your routes. Let's go back to the home page and show you another place they are. They are also on your profile page. So in the upper right hand corner, click on My Account and select GPS Routes. This takes you to your profile page on the Routes tab. So if you know how to get to your profile page from another way, you could always just click on the Routes tab once you get there. And we have this list of all the routes that we've posted. And today we're talking about doing edits. Well, edits are available for just a few days after you post. Hike Arizona is an archive. The idea is that we're posting stuff for future generations to benefit them. So, with that in mind, you have two options here. At the beginning, before the name, you'll see the little X. That's to delete the route. And then over at the right, there's a little wrench to do edits. So I'm going to do some edits. And I'm going to pick one that has at least one track and a couple waypoints down here. We're going to do Lucky Strike Grapevine. I'm going to click on Edit. And it's going to open the route. And you may be familiar with this setup because it looks just like the upload console, which it is, but now it's in edit mode. Okay, so once again we have the delete option. Then up here we have the option where we can rename it. And you'll probably be familiar with this little pop-up. It tells you right there, you click here to edit the name. And you could switch to non-generic or back to one of the hikes listed on site, depending on what you have going on there. You could also change your links. So that's one of the edits you can make. A couple of the other edits. Under track, you can change the name simply by typing over it. So if I typed on this, it would update on the fly. You don't need to press save or anything afterwards. It's going to do it on the fly. Same thing with waypoints. Now, before I go to waypoints, on track, if you had extra tracks here and you needed to delete one, you could still do that after it's posted. It's best not to do any edits after you post because, as mentioned, Hike Arizona is an archive. The search engines are going to index what you've posted, and if you change it, you're going to lose ranking on it. So, we're going to go to the Waypoints tab now, which I just clicked on. And there's a couple things you can do here. We're going to start by, I'm going to zoom in, and let's see what this one is right here. Hover over it. This is the Lucky Strike Grapevine Junction, which I see right here. So if I want to do an edit to this, well, I could delete it, as you see there. And I can click on it, and we're going to get a pop-up. Once again, I could type over this, and it will save it as I type. I'm going to just capitalize junction. And the done just gets rid of the window. It's already been saved. I'm going to show you by, I'm going to reload this page. I'm going to go back, and we're going to see that junction is capitalized because it captures as you type in this edit. This is in GPS edit. Okay, we could also change the symbol by selecting another one. And this is where it gets kind of dangerous. You can drag it. Well, if you drag it, I think it's going to ask you. New waypoint save, new waypoint position save, or cancel. I'm going to press cancel. I don't want to do that. You want to be careful because, you know, you have a good chance of making something worse than better. You could even center this red crosshair and click on New and add a new waypoint. You could delete all the waypoints. If for some reason you had an old eTrex that was recording waypoints instead of track points, you could convert them to a track. And that option, these options down here, I'm not real sure if they're available to the general public. They may only be available to the GPS admin team, but they're there. Let's say we also have, you could reverse the route if it was not in the direction you wanted, and you could sync the elevation if your profile had big drops in it. That's because you're missing elevation. I'm not going to go over editing the track itself. Hopefully if you're posting a GPS route, at least the track is correct. There are things you can do. The chance that you would mess that up is really high. I'm not going to even go over it. It's better to be sure of what you're posting, because when you go to post something, you have this little preview screen. You really shouldn't post anything unless you're sure that that's what you want to post. Understand that naming and whatnot, there might be a couple little things to touch up. So that's how you do it. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact the webmaster. Thank you.
Ike, Arizona, Iraq.